In ancient Rome, the Colosseum was not just a stadium. It was a machine designed to crush hope, humanity, and the very meaning of life. Behind its stone walls, gladiators fought for survival, honor, and sometimes fame. But the real horror happened after the battles, hidden from the public eye. This is the untold story of women prisoners dragged into the violent world of gladiators, and what actually happened to them once the arena fell silent. First, understand the system. Rome's empire was built on conquest. Millions enslaved, including women from Gaul, Greece, Egypt, Britannia, Judea, and North Africa. Most slaves went to mines or estates, but the strongest and most defiant women went somewhere far worse: the ludus, gladiator training schools. These places were not schools. They were prisons engineered to break the human spirit. Aelia's beauty, height, and physical strength made her valuable, not as a household servant, but as entertainment. She was sold to the Ludus Magnus, the largest gladiator training complex in Rome, located just beside the Colosseum. There, she met the men whose lives were spent preparing for death. Cassius the Thracian, undefeated gladiator Drusus, a retired gladiator turned trainer Livia, a female gladiator, a gladiatrix, and dozens of broken souls who slept each night not knowing if they would live to see the next sunrise. Most people today don't know this, but Rome did force some women to become fighters. Female gladiators were rare, but female slaves in the ludus were common. Their fate depended entirely on the mood of the owners. Some were used for dangerous training drills. Some were forced into mock battles. Some were kept for the pleasure of the paying elite. And some were reserved for the victorious gladiators. Aelia soon learned the horrifying rule: a victorious gladiator can claim any reward the owner grants, including slaves. After every fight, after every victory, the crowd demanded rewards for their heroes, and the Roman elite loved to offer human gifts. The women below knew what that meant. It was common practice. Victorious gladiators were rewarded with slaves, usually women. Some women were abused, some beaten, some traded like property. But each man was different. The fate of the woman depended entirely on the personality of the gladiator who won her. History tells us many gladiators were once innocent men, farmers, soldiers, merchants, forced into this life. Some became monsters. Some remained human inside, even if Rome tried to crush them. Cassius was the latter. He refuses the reward forced upon him. Instead, he offers Aelia protection. Helping a slave escape was punishable by death. Helping a gladiator escape, worse than death, crucifixion. But Cassius had nothing left to lose. Aelia had everything to gain. They decide to attempt the impossible: escape Rome, together. During a massive festival honoring the god Apollo, the Colosseum is lit with torches and fireworks. The guards are drunk, distracted. It is the perfect moment. Cassius fakes an injury during training. As the guards run to help, Aelia sneaks into the restricted armory hall and steals a ring of keys. They meet at the underground tunnel entrance, but just as they reach the exit, a Roman trainer, Drusus, catches them. He raises the alarm. Cassius attacks him. A brutal fight ensues in the narrow tunnel, torchlight flickering, dust filling the air. Cassius wins, but he is stabbed deeply. Bleeding heavily, he pushes Aelia toward the exit hatch. Cassius, go, live, remember me. Aelia refuses at first, but Cassius insists. Guards close in. Cassius blocks the tunnel, sacrificing himself to buy her seconds. Aelia escapes into the dark streets of Rome. Aelia is taken in by a small group of runaway slaves who help her flee north. She eventually finds her tribe again, carries the memory of Cassius and becomes a storyteller, recounting the horrors of Rome and the humanity hidden even in its darkest corners. Cassius's fate is sealed. He dies a gladiator, but dies free in spirit. While Aelia and Cassius are fictional, every detail of their world is historically accurate. Gladiators could be rewarded with women prisoners. Women were commonly enslaved in ludus prisons. Female gladiators existed, though rare escape attempts were real and punished brutally. Many gladiators were once peaceful citizens captured by Rome. This story represents thousands of real lives lost in the shadow of the Colosseum, people whose names history never recorded. If you want more untold stories of ancient empires, dark history, and hidden truths, subscribe to the channel and share your thoughts in the comments.